Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again. This is my second piece of new TGS gameplay for Sekiro. This particular one has commentary, so I'm going to be laying music over this video. However, I do recommend checking out the official PlayStation representation of this, because they know what they're doing. They can explain what's happening on the screen much more so than I can. So, at the beginning, we start off in a very familiar location. If you've watched any of my gameplay videos and analysis for this game, you will know that I've talked about this area quite a lot. We know that at the beginning you can get almost a free stealth kill on this guy, and then you can proceed to use the bushes to work on your stealth mechanic. And right now, the character is starting not only with 2 abilities to revive in the bottom left corner there, but additionally, this demo is in English, so we can now remember what everything's called. So those paper people are called White Spirit Emblems, excuse me. Of course, I never burp until I start talking, and then I have to burp repeatedly for no good reason. But moving over here, we have a man who has what looks like a matchlock rifle, which I'm really interested to see, and then he's called Samurai General. That's the name I forgot. This guy's quite mobile. Can he come on the roof? Oh, I don't think he can. Player just then used a shuriken, which is nice to see, and he's also using the axe prosthetic, which I'm curious as to what the names of all the things are. But I know I say this a lot, guys. Wouldn't it be cool if they just released this demo that's available at conferences for people to play at home? I just don't understand why they wouldn't do that. I can understand not wanting to do it on the PC, because people can data mine and they can find all kinds of stuff in the files, but on PlayStation, it seems much more difficult to do that. So it'd just be really cool if they could give us a chunk of it on both consoles, and then just let us enjoy up to the Corrupted Monk. Because if they gave us this demo, I would play nothing but this demo till this game comes out. You have no idea how much of a sad bastard I can be when I want to play something. It's not even funny. Like, I would know every inch of this area. I would put in some serious time, and maybe that's what they don't want. Maybe they don't want people just completely destroying a game repeatedly, and then when they buy the proper game, it's a joke, right? But there's almost no scenario where that ever happens, because on things like Zone of the Enders 2 or Metal Gear Solid 2 that I played the demos for a whole host of time, I had a good understanding of the game, and it did help, but I still had a really fun time, and I still got my ass kicked by the game, because that's just how it works. One thing I'm noticing here, this player seems to want to bait the thrust. It seems like he's really comfortable with parrying that thrust attack, which in my other gameplay analyses, I was wondering if there was going to be things like that, because coming from a player who counterpunches a lot, when you find a technique that has just that right amount of speed to it that you can predict and react to, that's the move you wait for. Like just then, that was really cool. What's going on with the animation there? Wow, that looked janky. It's good to see that that exists. But I've just answered my own question as well. In the previous analysis I did, I was talking about seeing him sheath the big sword, the proper katana, whereas right now, he's using a smaller sword. It's not the one on his back. And I don't know if they're both katanas, or if it's part of the, is it the Daisho collection of swords, where they have the small dagger, they have the wakizashi, and then they have the big katana. Or if it's just the one on his back is the thing that eats the evil away and gets rid of the big boss characters, and that's why he uses it against the bosses. I don't really know. It's something we need to pay attention for, to watch for executions to see if he uses the main sword. And I only noticed on the previous video because at the end of the video he put the sword away on his back, and I love that kind of animation. I love any kind of resheathing or a sword entering a scabbard, whatever you want to call it. Anything like that is always really sweet. But the person playing has done the same thing that the developer did. Instead of seeking the left path and looking at the maiden with the candle, he's come and looked outside. Which is kind of interesting that he's doing this. Do you think this is a pre-cut piece of gameplay that was given to them by the developers, perhaps? Because he's lingering here a long time, and I'm wondering if it's because they're talking on the video, or if he's trying to show us something. But you see that? He could have grappled from this position all the way over there onto that balcony, and then he could have gone and got rid of the frying pan person, who's the MVP. Dude, the frame rate in this looks great. This video is running at 60 frames per second. Here she comes. There's the universal symbol of you can kill old lady when the little heart icon appears, and then the blossoms enter your character's body, and you get to pray at the idol. I love that image as well, you know, with the kanji. And I'm assuming the kanji just says sculptor's idol, but it just makes it look so awesome. And I love the golden font with kind of that bluish hue to the back of it, which makes it really pop. Some beautiful colour compositions gone into this game. I really do gush when I watch these guys. It's very strange for someone as cynical and critical as me to watch this and completely be in love with it, but it's everything I want from a game right now. Wow, did you see that? It looked like he did some kind of flipping technique after the grapple into an execute. That looked amazing. And then here comes the big boy. So far this player's played exceptionally well and starts off immediately with the flaming stun into the flaming sword. This seems to be the best way to hurt the ogre, so that's why you see a lot of people do it. And he dodged, but it was a bad dodge. If he'd have backdashed instead of jumping, he would have probably dodged that correctly. He went for the block. Interesting. Interesting to see too who favours jump and who favours dodge, and what the power of the two moves are and which one you should do. I get the feeling this game wants us to go with jumping over low attacks, and I hope it does, because for all the problems that I had with the Surge on a fundamental level, the idea of jumping over attacks and then getting some kind of advantage was really, really cool. But he slow walks after taking out the enemies, rather convincingly too. The person playing is obviously very well versed with this demo, and so would we be, guys, if they'd let us have it. But, alas, I don't think they will. But let's look at it like this, right? Souls had network tests. This game's probably not going to need network tests, so maybe they will release a demo, and I think that would be fantastic. Even if it was just this area, I wouldn't mind. Even if it was just the bloody start, I wouldn't mind. I need to hold this game. I need to feel it. I need to let it be inside me, you know? And then he stands all thematically staring out at the castle to come with the broken bridge. Lovely foreshadowing to an arena that you'll probably seek later on. And then the path to the side here, using the trees that leads down into the ravine that the snake seems to stalk around, and then the penultimate fight against the monk. So this is the second time I've seen people come down into this area. I'd really like it if this guy would turn around when he drops down to try and show us what might be behind us, but every person we've seen do this so far has been so focused on what's going forward that it makes me think that perhaps all the people that did wander about like I would have done, like I did with the Kingdom Hearts 3 demo I played yesterday, those people were playing on the shop floor perhaps and couldn't record. Which I find very interesting, why they don't let you record. And people still do it, which God bless those people, putting like their phone in their titty pocket and standing as still as they can while somebody plays. So did the snake see him then? Because it went red. It doesn't look like it. This demo also has the black effect on the screen to show that you are submerged in stealth. Yeah, the snake seems angry, but doesn't seem capable of finding him, which is nice. In a lot of games, when it goes red like that, the snake would have just killed you. So it's nice to see that there is some kind of variable to the stealth here that's... Uh-oh. Does it know? Here we go. Is he going to bite him and do 99%? Did he slide then? This guy's played before. And he's... Wow. I wonder if they do that on purpose to make it look epic. Because he was out of any range then. He could have come inside this room and not get hit by the snake. But he turned around intentionally to kind of show it off. And I bet he knew that it wasn't going to kill him too. Do you think that black screen just then is a cheeky load screen? I hope this game loads really quickly. By the time it's come out, I might have upgraded my PC, which is sexy, because I might be able to get like an SSD and install it onto that. Pray to the sculptor's idol. Oh, it looks so good. The blue hue against the black, adding that tints of green for the gold to kind of languish on, looks so nice. And then we have the boss coming up, with all the god rays shining through this autumn day. Yeah, this person is definitely trying to show the game off. He's looking at all the angles where the sun's going to shine down and cast against the trees. Here comes the boss, the corrupted monk. 3 HP bars. He goes immediately into a jump and then gets hit. So he doesn't know the monk as well as perhaps the other parts of the demo. There's the main combo, the 3-hitter. There's the jump attack. He knows that one. There's the parry. Here comes the 2-handed twirl. Into a big recovery, blocking into a backhand, into another backhand, into the thrust. And everybody does that. Everybody seems to know that thrust is coming and steps on that blade. But I don't think there must be something to do there that you're not doing. And maybe if you jump, it goes into a critical, which would be sweet. But, or maybe it's just that's what happens against this particular enemy. You just step on the blade and you can't really do much else. It's just a way of not taking damage. But do you see, guys? He still doesn't have the big sword out. He's still fighting with the other sword. And here we have the second form of the corrupted monk. Big hit from the clone there. This will be really interesting if you can stand your ground once you know what you're doing. Get some monsoon action up in here. I bet the frame rate's going to be affected on this part. I hope they can nail it to get it smooth and 60. That would be beautiful. I'm hoping on PC it runs at like 600. And you don't need a fucking like triple Titan setup, because that would suck. Or some ridiculous new i9 processor to do that. Oh, and he died. Is he going to revive? I love that the priest has the beads and everything and all the different ceremonial like monk robes. Looks very, very elaborate. And he's also wearing sandals too, which is just legit. Dude's kicking your ass and he's wearing sandals and he's wearing what look like socks. So he's wearing socks and sandals and he's still kicking your ass. Feels shit. Oh, that was beautiful. He jumped over the low slash and then interacted with the boss somehow. That was really nice. That's exactly what I want to see. There's the parry, final hit. Parry, very nice thrust, and he got it. And what does he do? I don't know, maybe you can't do something then. Because I feel like this player knows that combo well, and they don't seem to be able to capitalize on it too much. I wonder if you could use your prosthetic and smack him in the face with the axe, or something. This guy's using shurikens. He went for the block. Damn, he got hit from behind. Very close to death right now, 1%. Where's that tear stone range? Ooh, and gets wrecked. That's a death, and that's the end of our footage, guys. Somebody dying against the corrupted monk. I get the feeling we're going to see that a lot, because it seems like a much more technical fight than the other stuff. But once you learn those animations, you're going to stomp. What did you guys think?